Baseball season's right around the corner. Let's try to get a little amateur going. Who we got out here on the diamond today?
Number 12, Junk Sports.
I'm sorry, your name is what?
Flip Mashed Taters.
Mashed taters? Do you come with some mashed potatoes?
Boomshada.
They're really just trying to set you up for a baseball career with this one.
Hitter number 15, Leanne Dry.
Lena Dry. Who's coming up with these names? What is this? Brian Pickleford. That's just a cruel joke. You know what? I want him on my team. Let's go. Today, we are talking about EA Sports Super Mega Baseball 4. This game came out in 2023. I believe it came out for multiple consoles, Switch, Xbox, all the good stuff. And this game, honestly, I bought it not expecting it to be as fun as it is. So there's actually two menus here. We're going to go over the two menus. You've got options, accessibility, how to play, and then play. But we don't need all that, so we're going to go just straight to play. And it offers you quite a bit of stuff to do. Let me move me for a second because there's actually a little bit to show here, too. Get rid of that. All right, so you see you have Exhibition, which is basically you just play as a team, but you could play as the customized leagues and stuff you have, which I will talk about later. Pennant Race, which is online. That's like the one-on-one. Online leagues where you play against people online in a franchise. Franchise, where it is like with all the simulation games. Season, just take control of one team for 1 year and just do what you can. Elimination, it's a tournament knockout style to come out on top. A shuffle draft, which lets you take all the players in whichever league you use and just move them around. Customization, which we will do a little more in-depth with in a little bit. And leaderboards, because you actually can earn points as you play the game. So why don't we jump? We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So let's start with the big one. So you see customization here. You create your own league. And they have the three standard ones. Super Mega League, which is just 20 teams all around. Legends League, Creators, and then I have one that's down below, but I want to save that for a future video. So I'm going to actually move myself back to during this process. And let's show you how this works. So create a custom league. So you can pick how many conferences. If you don't even want conferences, just turn it off. But we're going to do 2. You could do 4, 6, or 8. But then if you do that, you have to have at least 16 because it's 2 divisions, 2 teams per division. But we could just show you, like, all right, 32 teams, 4 per division, like how it is in the NFL. And you can change it. So we'll just name it the Alternative Glove League. And so you see here, you have all these teams already filled in. Got all this stuff already filled in here. And I can show you, too, you could remove. So, boom, Cyclones are gone. But you could add a team back in. Now, you see here, that's from the Legends League. Nope. It's already showing it, but we're going to hold off on that. So we'll hit Create New. Square, and you could actually pick between some random ones that they have. So let's just say, bam, the Macaws. So the Macaws will fill in where the Cyclones were. Now, when you go into a team, you see you could edit their team logo, uniforms, and players. And then here's where you can change like a little few other stuff. So let's throw the team editor real quick. So we could destroy all this. I'm not going to save. And then you have 3 options when you create a layer. Boom. Create a layer. You could add an image, a text, or an outline. So the images, you kind of get these images here. Bam. Those are the mascots. The props show you some cool stuff, too, between all of this. And then the shapes, where you could just... And you could build your own stuff. Like, I've built plenty of teams now. Built plenty of teams. Text, you type it in, so... And then, bam. And then you have tons of text options to work with. Tons of... You could even change the spacing. You can give it like a bend, like all this cool stuff. So it's a really good in-depth editor. Now you can even change the colors. You get a full like color access here to go all in. And you can see where it looks like on the jersey, but you can even change the jersey, which we'll show in a little bit. So like, boom, like just picking random colors here. Like, and then you could add colors too. So these are the 5 colors that'll be mainly on your team. But say if you wanted to add another color, bam, then you can have that and it's saved in there for you, which is really cool. All right, so we're gonna not save any of that. Now in the uniform editor, they give you options to, you could change where you want your number. You could have none if you want to, and just only have it on the back, but you can change it to right or left. You can change the jersey style. And so you see we have like a short sleeve, but like you can change whatever you need. You can change the font. Like, it's really in-depth. And then you can make up to, I believe, let's see, 6 uniforms. You can make 6 uniforms out of that. So that's really cool as well. And then the players, that you can change up random look, random name. His name is Kadeem Nash. Dale Klein. We've got Brian Vincent. And then you could even make females, because it's co-ed. So this is Gemma Thrustmaster. Natalie Cleverly. Lorelei Griffith. You see how they come up with some weird ones? And then you can see the roster too, because you could even change their abilities. So say if I wanted to make this guy, he's a starting pitcher. What if I want him to be a starting pitcher reliever? But we'll leave him there. You could add up to 5. You hit square. Bam. And now he's got 5. I can say he's got amazing batting power. He's got amazing contact. Maybe his speed is really bad. Maybe his fielding is really bad. Like, you can just change it all around, and boom. And then now you see he's got 99, 99, no fielding, no speed, no arm, nothing. So Orbit Wentz got nothing. Lorelei here, you see that who we just edited was actually really good. And you can make a whole league, and that's really cool. Now, I'm going to delete this league, and we're going to start a new league, and I'm going to show you some other stuff too. All right, so now we're trying out the Shuffle Draft. You see here, I made a new league called the Electric Duck League. So there's 32 whole new teams. So we're going to draft a copy of this league. And you see here, all right, so we're going to call it the Shuffle League, sourcing players from one league, and then random balanced. Next. All right, so who do we want to be? We'll say we're the Swampers for now. And we can start our draft. And so now you see here, we actually have to pick who we want per our team. So I'm not really going to care. Bam. Pick her. Skip. And then we go in, and I'm just going to we're going to mash through, but we get 22 picks, and you only get a pool. You don't have to pick through everybody. You get a certain amount of players per your draft. So you see here, we're going in, I'm just going to keep mashing X, but as we talk about it. So this is getting set up for a season, it seems like, too, as we do a shuffle draft here. Mr. Underwood, we have Graham, Farley, Moran, Parrish. Come on, let's keep going. And you can see all these names, too, if you want to pause and like kind of look at them real quick. It's actually really funny. Bob Arnold. Drader. We're starting to really fill in here now. I'm not really caring who we pick. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We're almost there at the end. These names are funny as hell, though. Love what they did at EA with this one. Why can't they do this with Madden? Like, actually put some effort into the game. But, you know. I'm not going to fight them. Alright, so you see now we have the shuffle draft complete. We could start a franchise. We could start a new season. We could start a new elimination, customize the league, or return to play menu, or play an exhibition game. So you see we just kind of mixed it up. None of the players are safe. We made a copy, and we made a new one. So that's the shuffle league. That's actually really cool. I didn't really even know that to begin with. Alright, here we are in elimination now. So if we click elimination, click on what we want. So this is going to be I don't know why I'm blanking. So you see here, all right, so we'll say we're the freebooters because that's who I use in a franchise I play on my own. And then we start our tournament, and bam. You see here, we get all this. Here's a detailed bracket. So you see we have a 16-team tournament, it looks like. And you just go in until we have a winner. Nothing crazy. You just play and play and play. And we'll talk about the gameplay in a little bit. Now, a season is kind of as we explained. You just start a season with whoever you want. So I'll pick the Crocodones, I guess, and start season. And you can set however you want it, and then bam. Look at that. We have a season ready to go. And then you just do what you need to do. You can simulate the computer game, so we'll do that real quick. And you see you can skip through, and bam, all done. And now it's our turn to play. We have a game against the Buzzards, but we're not going to play that because this isn't our real league. But you can see here, too, you have season standings, league leaders, your schedule, your team, and leaderboards. Because, again, you have it online stuff. So now in a franchise mode, so this is the heaters. Unfortunately, I will be not doing this anymore, so we're going to end up deleting this later. But just to kind of show you how it works here. So we have all the same stuff as before. So you see we can simulate the computer games. Boom, all done there. Hot corners on top, all that good stuff. And then you have player development in this one. You can sign and release players, and then the usual and worry about your economy and a summary. So honestly, this, they do a little more in depth there with the franchise, which is really cool. And you see we have injuries, like higher IQ and higher mentality, to show you the sign and release. Like, bam, you have all these guys in here. We could get Lawrence Wimple, a closing pitcher who's a B. He's 19 years old, and we can sign him. Players development. So you see here, Mark Hambormouth. I can't even pronounce it. He could get 3 accuracy plus 1 velocity. He has a 15 chance to get more accuracy, but he has a 20% chance to gain meltdown, which is a boost down. And each player gets a boost, which is really fun. So that's actually really cool. So here, I'll show you how it works. So you see, all right, his accuracy went up 3. Velocity went up. Flipped a coin. Nope, didn't get it. Now, does he get the meltdown? Yes, he does get... I'm sorry. He avoided the meltdown. If he got the X, he would have got it. So he's still good to go, but he just gained some skill points. So you build around them. So he's 34. I don't know how much he would have stayed, but that's actually, it's a very... It's not in-depth. It's very... you can see all this stuff, too. But it's not... It's not as in depth as a regular simulation baseball game. It's very much a very quick, fast-paced thing going on. So we're gonna go talk about the gameplay now. But you see here, there's an ego meter right by my name, and that's actually the difficulty you could play on. So I leave it at... I'm gonna put it at 40 actually now, because I've been really doing good at 35 or 36. So we're gonna try upping it a little bit when I play. So we're gonna do 40 right now. But let's really get into the gameplay now. All right, here we are. They even give... So when it's first thing you do is you see that each team has kind of their specialty. So behind me, the Moonstars are rotational aces. The Freebooters, who are my team, they are contact specialists. And what's cool about it, too, is so even during the season, this isn't one of their pre-made jerseys for this team. I made this jersey to make this team kind of my own. And I'm going to probably end up making more later down the road. But so, let's really talk about now, kind of the dynamic of the gameplay here. So, pitching is so much more simpler than MLB The Show. So, you see on the side here, I have a baseball, and I use the right stick to pick what I want. So, I clicked to the side, and it's a slider. Now, once you hit X, you're going to have a meter. But you don't have to worry about timing. You don't have to worry about doing any stick thing. All you have to do is just try to aim your reticle that you get as close to where you wanted it as possible. So, I have my reticle, and boom, it's an aim great. And then the fielding, I will say, is a little hard, but we'll talk about that more in a second. But with the pitching, so it's really simple and intuitive to do it. Now, for each at-bat, your batter and your pitcher might have some sort of, kind of buff or nerf that they have. So if we hold down R2, you see it's a strategize. So I could auto-walk this player, or I could show the last pitch, which was a curveball that he fouled. But also, so if we look at the top, my pitcher, I'm going to duck, he has increased speed and break on a 2-seam fastball. So it's better to throw some 2-seams. Down below, the batter, who is Beefcake McStevens, he has power against left-handed pitchers. He gets plus 10 against any left-handed pitchers. And he has swing power and contact improve when targeting on the upper half of the strike zone. So that's something good to know. So we want to keep it low for this guy. And then one other part is they offer a power pitch. If you hold down the square button, you can actually throw a little power in there. X is just kind of more of a regular pitch. But so we tried the power pitch, didn't really go. So you have to be careful because you could hold it and throw a wild pitch if you're too powerful with it, So, now, when it comes to more defensive stuff, the fielding, so here we go, we have the fielding. So, it's just like in MLB The Show, triangle is second, circle is first, X is home, and square is third. Now, say if the ball is kind of above your head, you can hit R1 and your player will try to jump up in the air to get the ball. Unfortunately, it is definitely not that easy. Definitely still a little hard. It's not the easiest. And then on top of that, say if you need to slide in, you can hit R2 and you can slide into the ball. So say if you're on the infield and it's going past you, kind of like a line drive, R2 they dive. Say if it's a shallow left field and you want to get it, R2 and dive. Now down below you see now we do the switch. You can see right here their pitcher, who's due up, and then you can see which team I am. So now we're on offense here. So you see we have a reticle here, and you can see where it's gonna be. And X is just a normal contact swing. Not too bad. Unfortunately, definitely not the easiest. Scoops Tomahawk here now. He's going to do our power bat for us. You hold square, or you can use the right stick and smash it with power. Unfortunately, I was too low because you saw he had a big bubble. All right. And then lastly, the bunt, which I'm not going to do with Mr. Statsman here because he actually does a lot of stuff for us. Oh, jeez. So you might think it's easy because you can see where the ball is, but it does not make it easy. I was going to talk about the field running, but since we struck out 3 times, we struck out. I'm not going to talk about it, and I am going to just we'll just talk about it now though. So in base running, it's just like an MLB The Show. Pick which runner you want, and click the base you want to send them. Or you could hold down L1 and send everyone just running around at home, and they'll keep running. Not bad, That's really it when it comes to gameplay. It's just... Ooh, exclamation point, 'cause I slid into it. It's literally just... it's MLB The Show defense and offense with simplified pitching and batting. Because, again, you have your reticle will assist you. And then all you got to do is hit X or, charge up you don't hold square. You have to find it when it's at the right time and then release it. This game, so easy, so simple. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Definitely the fielding is a bit of an issue because it's just a little rough around the edges with it. I will say there are moments where I think I'm doing the right thing and, sometimes it's not doing it. Like I'll hit R1 and the ball still sails over, even though it's like right by the glove. I could be, R2 and it's doing what it needs to do. One thing, also another note I want to talk about too, the ego. I wish there was as much as I want to be like, oh yeah, I'll set my own. I do like the dynamic difficulty that is in MLB The Show. So this way, say if you are playing really well, then it's all right, we'll raise it up and see how this does for you. And it's you can keep going with that. And then, the moment it's oh, you're not really doing that great, we'll bring it back down. And I like that. I do like that. Super Mega Baseball does not have that kind of system, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It is a little sad to see that it's not there.
The second baseman,
the pitching is very nice and easy. Batting's nice and easy. If I had to give this game a full rating, I will give it a 7 out of 10. Like I said, the dynamic level I think would be really great for this game. I think it would be really cool. I think the cartoony style is really great. The fielding definitely needs some work on, but this is the 4th version, so they are definitely they're heading in the right direction. The full customization you have in this is phenomenal. I love games that let you go all out in customization. Love it, love it, love it. So 7 out of 10 from me. I know this is a game that not a lot of people probably have played. If you have the opportunity, please pick this up. This game, you could find it probably used for $20. New, I think, for $35. It is. I definitely recommend it. It's not a perfect baseball game. It's not a full simulation, but it's something that you can actually get a little more invested in. Yeah, you see that issue with the fielding. But it's something you can get really invested in. Because even if you decide to play with the teams that are already pre-made, you can change the uniforms to how you want, which is a phenomenal feature. You could even, change the players. Say if you have a player that you don't like, just change it up, and it's really cool. So, 7 out of 10 here. High key recommend. Hopefully I can get a base runner. But that is it for me. Please make sure to follow, subscribe, hit the bell icon to keep up to date with all of our videos here. We want to have more reviews, more ideas coming out to you. Follow us on Twitch. We've been streaming every other Saturday and having fun with that. And we will see you in the next video.